Hi friends, welcome you all. Good morning. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about the RBI guidelines for the banks to enter into insurance business. Part first we have discussed. Today we have the part second, RBI guidelines to enter banks into insurance business. In the last lecture, we have discussed the circular of RBI, entry of bank into insurance business. 9th August 2000 RBI circular is there, and in that circular, RBI provided the different guidelines to banks to enter into insurance business. We have discussed these guidelines in the previous lecture. Eligibility criteria for joint venture to participate into insurance business for banks. We have taken the review and discussion about these points. Then other guidelines for equity participation and about the subsidiaries of bank to participate in the insurance business we have discussed. Then eligibility criteria of participation in the joint venture we have discussed. Today we have to discuss the other guidelines given by the RBI. So these are the guidelines. Banks may undertake insurance business by setting up a subsidiary, joint venture, as well as undertake insurance broking, insurance agency, either departmentally or through a subsidiary, subject to fulfilling the eligibility criteria stated here under. However, it may be noted that the group as a whole can undertake insurance distribution through either broking or corporate agency mode. Within the group, the model of insurance distribution decided upon can be adopted by any number of group entities. So what are the eligibility criteria? Bank setting up a subsidiary, joint venture for undertaking insurance business with risk participation. With risk participation means actually bank process involved in that, and like an insurance company, bank take the responsibility of claim settlement, etc. So the risk participation is there. Banks are not allowed to undertake insurance business with risk participation departmentally and may do so only through a subsidiary or joint venture set up for the purpose. Means if bank have to participate in the insurance business with risk participation, then bank have to create a separate subsidiary or joint venture. The bank cannot participate like a fully risk participation into insurance business through departmentally. Means bank have to create a separate subsidiary or joint venture. Banks which satisfy the eligibility criteria as on March 31st of the previous year given below may approach Reserve Bank of India to set up a subsidiary joint venture company for undertaking insurance business with risk participation. So those banks who fulfill the eligibility criteria can approach to Reserve Bank of India to form joint venture or subsidiary. What is the eligibility criteria? The net worth of the bank should not be less than rupees 1000 crore. The CRAR, that is capital risk to asset ratio, that is we can call it CAR also, capital adequacy ratio, should not be less than 10%. So the international level, 8% criteria is there. CAR, that is capital adequacy ratio, ideally should be at 8%. But here, if bank want to enter into insurance business, then Reserve Bank of India made it mandatory that CAR of the bank should not be less than 10%. Next is the level of net non-performing assets should not be more than 3%. Non-performing asset means those assets which do not bring the income, or the asset means when bank provide the loan, then it becomes the asset of banks, and when loan are defaulted by the loan taker, then that asset do not bring income for bank, so it is called non-performing asset. The bank should have made a net profit for the last 3 continuous years, and the track record of the performance of the subsidiaries, if any, of the concerned bank should be satisfactory. Means the bank's past track record, the past performance should be satisfactory, and last 3 years of bank should be the result of last 3 years, should be the bank should have made a net profit. While giving approval, RBI would factor in regulatory and supervisory comfort on various aspects of the bank's functioning, such as corporate governance, risk management, etc. So with the above eligibility criteria, Reserve Bank of India will look into the regulatory and supervisory comfort, and RBI should get the satisfaction that the bank's governance, corporate governance, risk management is good and it is satisfactory. It may be noted that a subsidiary of a bank and another bank will not normally be allowed to contribute to the equity of insurance company on risk participation basis. Here, bank, the subsidiary of the bank and another bank will not normally allowed to contribute to the equities of the insurance company on risk participation basis. It should be also be ensured that risk involved in insurance business do not get transferred to the bank, and that the banking business does not get contaminated by any risk which may arise from insurance business. There should be an arm length relationship between the bank and insurance entity. What is the meaning of this statement? What is the meaning of this guideline? The risk involved in the insurance business should not be transferred to the banking main business. Insurance business do not get transferred, the risk of insurance business do not get transferred to the bank, and banking business and insurance business should have the arm length relationship. Means these two business should be different and should not be affect each other. Banks undertaking insurance broking corporate agency through a subsidiary, joint venture, banks require prior approval of RBI for setting up a subsidiary, joint venture, and accordingly that banks desirous of setting up subsidiary for undertaking business broking corporate agency and which satisfy the eligibility criteria given below may approach Reserve Bank of India for approval to set up such subsidiary and joint venture. Here, the banks which undertaking insurance broking or corporate agency through subsidiary or joint venture requires the prior approval of the RBI for setting up subsidiary or joint venture. Means those banks who want to enter into business on the risk participation basis, because risk participation business bank cannot do through departmentally. Bank have to set up a separate subsidiary or new company, new joint venture company or subsidiary. And when bank want to set up such subsidiary or joint venture, then they have to take the prior approval of RBI. What is the guidelines? What is the eligibility criteria to form a separate subsidiary or joint venture? The net worth of the bank should not be less than 500 crore after investing in the equity of such company. Second is the CRAR of the bank should not be less than 10%. That is, capital adequacy ratio of bank should not be less than 10%. Third is the level of net non-performing asset should be not more than 3%. Non-performing assets should have limited, they should not be more than 3%. And next is the bank should have made a net profit for the last 3 continuous years. Means the bank have continuously in a profit from the last 3 years. And last one is the track record of the performance of the subsidiaries, if any, of the concerned bank should be satisfactory. Track record of the performance of that particular subsidiary should have the satisfactory. The performance of that subsidiary should be good. Next is RBI approval would be factor in regulatory and supervisory comfort on various aspects of the bank's functioning, such as corporate governance, risk management. Means Reserve Bank of India would also look into the other factors other than these criteria, such as corporate governance, risk management, and all other various aspects. So banks intending to undertake distribution of insurance as corporate agent, broker through a subsidiary can do so subject to the conditions given in. Next eligibility is, next guideline is, banks undertaking corporate agency functions, broking functions departmentally, banks need not obtain prior approval of the RBI to act as corporate agent on fee basis and without risk participation. Means those banks who want to function departmentally or want to do business as a corporate agent or broking on the broking basis and in the compensation of fees and without risk participation, they can undertake insurance business departmentally without a prior approval of the RBI, subject to IRDA regulation and compliance with the conditions given in. IRDA regulations are mandatory here. If RBI prior approval is not needed, but IRDA regulations, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India's regulations, should be fulfilled here and compliance with the condition given by the IRDA. Banks undertake insurance referral services in terms of IRDA regulation 2010. No bank is presently eligible to conduct insurance referral business. According to the regulation of 2010, banks undertaking insurance business as a referral services are not presently eligible according to IRDA. Banks may undertake insurance agency or broking business departmentally and or through subsidiary subject to the following stipulations. If bank want to take the business departmentally, that is, we called it without risk participation, without setting up a separate subsidiary or joint venture, and want to enter into business through departmentally, then they have to follow these eligibilities. Number one is board approved policy. A comprehensive board approved policy regarding undertaking insurance distribution, whether under the agency or the broking model, should be formulated, and services should be offered to the customers in accordance with this policy. So board should approve the certain policy of insurance distribution. The broking model should be formulated, and according to that, services should be offered to the customer. The policy will also include issues of customer appropriateness and suitability, as well as grievance redressal cell. It may be noted that as IRDA guidelines do not permit group entities to take up both corporate agency and broking in the same group, even through separate entities. Means, according to IRDA, the group entities are taking up both corporate agency and broking in the same group are not permitted. Banks or their group entities may undertake either insurance broking or corporate agency business. So bank have to choose, bank have to select which type of business they have to do. They cannot do at the same time corporate agency business and insurance broking. They have to choose either insurance business broking or corporate agency business. Next is the compliance with IRDA guideline. The IRDA means Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. IRDA Regulation 2002, licensing of banks as insurance broker, Regulation 2013, and the Code of Conduct prescribed by the IRDA as amended from time to time as applicable should be complied with by banks undertaking these activities. In a nutshell, we can say the IRDA guidelines, which is given in the 2002 regulation, 2013 Code of Conduct prescribed by IRDA from time to time, should be followed or should be complied by the banks. The deposit to be maintained by an insurance broker as per the IRDA regulation 2013 as amended from time to time should be maintained with a scheduled commercial bank other than itself. So deposit to be maintained by the insurance broker as per the IRDA regulation 2013 and which is amended from time to time, should be maintained by the bank, uh, scheduled commercial banks other than itself. Third criteria is ensuring customer appropriateness and suitability. While undertaking insurance distribution business, either under the corporate agency or broking model under the relevant IRDA regulation, banks must keep the following in view: all employees dealing with insurance agency, broking business should possess the requisite qualification prescribed by the IRDA. Here, the customer suitability and appropriateness should be followed. All employees dealing with the insurance agency, broking business should have minimum qualification or qualification given by the IRDA. All the without qualification of fulfillment of qualification given by IRDA, the employees cannot work in the insurance agency or broking business. There should be a system of assessment of the suitability of product for customers. Pure risk term products with no investment or growth components that are simple and easy for the customer to be understand will be deemed universally suitable products. More complex products with investment component will require the bank to necessarily undertake a customer need assessment prior to sell. Means, in a nutshell, we can say the products designed by the banks when it will enter into insurance business should be understandable to the customer and it should be suitable for the customer. If complex products are there, then they have to take the assessment really it needs, and then they can sell. It should be ensured that there is a standardized system of assessing the need of the customer and that initiation, transactional and approval processes are segregated. Means there should be a standardized system, that is a customer really need such products, and then they can initiate have the initiation and transactional and approval process for such products. Banks should treat their customers fairly, honestly and transparently with regard to suitability and appropriateness of the insurance product sold. Here, banks should treat the customer fairly, without unfair, honestly, without dishonestly. So honesty, fairness, transparency should be there, and suitability and appropriateness of the insurance product should be according to the customer, or it should be in the interest of customers. Next is prohibition on payment of commission, incentive directly to the bank staff. There should be no violation either of section 10(1) second of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 or the guidelines issued by IRDA in payment of commissions, brokerage and incentives. This may be factored in while formulating a suitable performance assessment and incentive structure for the staff. Further, it must be ensured that no incentives, cash or non-cash, should be paid to the staff engaged in insurance broking, corporate agency services by the insurance company. Means, according to the Banking Regulation Act 1949, Section 10(1), the employees of banks should not paid the incentives cash or non-cash by the insurance company for those staff engaged in insurance broking and corporate agency services. And last one is adhere to the KYC guidelines. The instructions guidelines on KYC, AML, CFT applicable to the bank issued by Reserve Bank of India from time to time may be adhered to in respect of customers both existing and walk-in, to whom the service of insurance broking agency are being provided. Means the KYC guidelines, know your customers guidelines, should be applicable to the bank and issued by Reserve Bank of India time to time, should be fulfilled. Transparency and disclosures. The bank should not follow any restrictive practices of forcing a customer to either opt for product of a specific insurance company or link sale of such product to any banking product. It should be prominently stated in all publicly material distributed by the bank that the purchase by a bank's customer of any insurance product is purely voluntary and is not linked to availment of any other facility from the bank. Means here transparency in the disclosure expected, means the bank should not connect any banking services to the insurance business. Means if certain products customer buy, then he will get or she will get such services. It is not allowed. Means bank should state publicly that the insurance products are purely voluntary. Customer can buy or cannot buy. It is depend on the customer, and bank cannot link insurance product to any specific services given by the bank. Means there should not be force to a customer to buy a specific insurance product from a company, or the bank cannot say that we will provide this service if you purchase such insurance product. Further, the details of fee brokerage received in respect of insurance broking agency business undertaken by them should be disclosed in the notes to accounts to their balance sheet. Means the brokerage or fee received in respect of insurance broking agency business should be disclosed to their balance sheet. Means it should be legally audited. And last one is customer grievance readdressal mechanism. A robust internal grievance readdressal mechanism should be put in place along with a board approved customer compensation policy for resolving issues related to service offered. It must also ensure that the insurance companies whose product are being sold have a robust customer grievance readdressal arrangement in place. Further, the bank must facilitate the readdressal of grievances. Means the customer grievance redressal mechanism should be strong, and it should be very fast, it should be very prompt and robust. The word robust used here. The for the insurance companies, the products of insurance, the robust customer grievance readdressal arrangement should be in place. That is the important from the viewpoint of customers interest. And last one is the penal action. Violation of the above instructions will be viewed seriously and will invite deterrent penal action against the bank. So Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India and Reserve Bank of India look into that, and they will take the serious action if the above guidelines not fulfilled by the banks who want to enter into insurance business. So friends, that is from my side in this lecture. Thanks for watching. Write your name in the comment box, and if you have any questions, queries or any problems, then let me know. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.